But I want to look at this group's, the 46 economists and strategists and fund managers, what they think about the president's trade policy. Before we do that, let's get right to what this group thinks about the president himself and his handling of the economy. 61% approve. This has been pretty consistent, and 29% disapprove. No matter which 40 or so folks we have in this survey, these numbers remain consistent. However, take a look at what they think the impact of his trade policies will be. 59% say it will decrease GDP, 52% say it will decrease jobs, 35%, and about 39% say have little or no effect, and a very small percentage say these are good for growth. How much? Well, the tariffs are expected on average to lower 2019 GDP by just 0.1 percentage points and raise inflation by 0.1. Among those who think it's negative, it's more. It's about double, but still not too bad considering we're thinking about growing in the 3% range. Dennis Gartman of the Gartman Letter writes, quote, "The president should be remembered for his cuts and regulations that served the economy so poorly for years, but instead will be remembered for his illogical, uneconomically justifiable support for trade protection and tariffs." How sad is that? That's Dennis Gartman. But take a look. There is some optimism here. 51% say that these tariffs are a short-term bargaining tool. However, about a third say it's a long-term protectionism, and 22%, maybe more like me, are confused. Take a look at whether or not it will lead to better outcomes. 53% say yes, it will lead to better outcomes for the U.S. 20% say worse, and 22% say these tariffs will be about the same. And one other little factoid for you, Joe, 83% say the new NAFTA deal will include both Mexico and Canada. We're still waiting for that to happen. And Joe, maybe that's why we see all of this kind of push me, pull you on trade. Some days it doesn't matter, and some days it does, because the market has, at least judged from this survey, very conflicting opinions about the president's, on the one hand, his economic policies, which they like, and on the other hand, his trade policies, which they don't, but they think they may come out okay here.
Well, you finally said something I totally agree with, Steve.
What is that?
You said you were confused. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Kidding. Just joking. Just kidding. Me and Andrew are working on our own. Did you see us meet in the middle? We did that a little bit earlier. You probably weren't watching.
I did not. I was.
Well, there's quite a gulf.
Look at that gulf in between there. What is there? Is it a person with an umbrella?
We were much closer.
We did, but
for
a
brief moment.
We had an onion bagel earlier, so that wasn't.
I would say Andrew had to travel quite far to meet you in the middle.
Yeah, I know you. You know what? I know you would. That's exactly what you would say.